it's not always about your job role. It's about you as an individual.
Young people do that because they want to see how far their social is willing to go.
We have to help these young people prepare for real life.
You know what? There's more to us than just kicking a football and just rapping. Yeah. As a black man, I can be educated.
How you doing, bro? You right?
Yeah, no, I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm just cold, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh man,
there's chaps in it.
All right, well, let's talk about something juicy. But before we start, everyone, you know already, innit? Yeah, like, you know, if you appreciate us, how we appreciate you, because we bring you the great content and you show us the love. But it's only right. Like, subscribe. Like, it's free.
It's free.
You know, like, come on, guys.
We're here. Yeah. It's free on Spotify, TikTok, Instagram.
Yep.
You know
the thing.
So much things that are happening this year.
That's it, man.
A lot.
So let's jump straight into it anyway, yeah.
All right.
And this is always a very sticky conversation, and you know, there's always. It's a conversation about solutions. It's a conversation about relationships. It's a conversation about race, culture.
Yeah.
Empathy, understanding, age, who's right, who's wrong.
Yeah.
But it's also a conversation of the police are important. The police and the community are important. And the relationship between the police and young people, police and the local authority is a necessity. It's very, very important.
Yeah, because I mean, we work with them. You know, we work with the police. You know, it's part of our role as safeguarding professionals, social worker, a mentor. You know, but obviously, Rob, you know, as you know, you know, we have to work with the police. But it's about the relationship that they have with, you know, children, young people, and families. But also, I mean, speaking as black men, with the community. Now, you know, we know what's recently happened, you know, in America. You know, we had George Floyd, and there's been so much that's happened anyway. And you know, recently Tyree Nichols. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's more about, I think this topic, why it's quite a touchy subject, because you know, like, as professionals, me and you have to work with the police, but then,
and I must say, and I do apologize for cutting you, and I feel it's quite important that I say this. I know some tremendous police officers out there, right? Yeah, and they're white, they're black, they're Bengali, they're Asian, yeah, they're from different cultures and different backgrounds. And there are some great, you know, police officers out there. Yeah. And I think it's very important that we do say that as professionals. Yeah. You know, from inclusion, education, social care. It's very important that we do say that. Yeah. You know,
even the, you know, there's police officers. You know, for example, in child protection, they're called you know, the Kate team, Child Abuse Investigation team. Yeah. So I know some good police officers as well who work within child protection. You know. But it's more around, Rob, in terms of, like, because we've also had our own experiences as well. Do you know what I mean? I mean, outside of being a social worker and a mentor, we've had our own experiences with the police. I know you get stopped a lot.
Yeah, standards.
Do you know what I mean? You know, you get stopped a lot. It's happened to me as well. You know, getting stopped, and it's weird because it's like, I'm getting stopped by the people that I have to work with.
Oh, yep.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I get, you know, I'm working with the police, but I get stopped by you as well. Yep. So it's kind of like, we're working within the system, but then we've both been on the other end as well, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? So I suppose what I want to ask you is, you know, your experiences of working with the police, but also in terms of, like, when they've worked with young people, what's your experiences of working with the police?
All right, so I feel over the last, I'm going to say a 5-year period. I know there was COVID, right, but I'm going to say a 5-year period. Over the last 5-year period, there's been a lot of mess ups
Yeah.
There's been a lot of cock ups. Yeah. There's been a lot of miscommunication. There's been a lot of arrogance. The young people I work with told me, Robert, the police are gang, you know. That's what the young people say, bro. This is over the last 5 years.
Yeah.
So this is 5 different generations recently, right? Yeah, all right. They all say to me, Robert, yeah, they're a gang because of the way they brutally arrest young people.
Yeah.
When some young people don't have any firearms or knives on them, whatnot. There's a big debate about stop and search.
Yeah.
There was actually a time where knife crime, we're in 2023 now, in 2019, 2020, knife crime was at its highest in this country.
I remember, yeah.
And it was really, really bad. The London borough in West London was one of the highest as well. I think, what am I even talking about? In 2021, I'm sure there was like 100.
There's a lot of stuff. Remember that year?
Yeah.
Young people were killed.
True, it was 20 or 21. So, at the same time as well, as a professional, it's very important that I have empathy for the police because they don't always get it right. But then the question is, why don't they get it right?
Do you know what, bro? I mean, to be honest with you, from my perspective, I feel as though there's an element when the police are working with children and young people, that sometimes the safeguard element goes out of the window. And I feel as though that, as you mentioned...
Is it out the window or is it uneducated?
I think it's a bit of both. I think it's a bit of lack of education, but also lack of awareness. Because, I know, and me and you both know that the police have an important role to play in terms of keeping the communities safe. But it's also about how you engage and people skills. How you engage and how you work. Do you know what I'm saying? And I think sometimes, there's a lot of videos that I've seen in terms of police in America, police in the UK, and sometimes the level of engagement with the young people, and
I do apologise. Can you repeat that again? I do apologise.
Yeah. So what I was saying is that when it
again.
comes to the police, I feel as though that it's their level of engagement and people skills that some of the officers lack when they're working with young people. Even obviously there's times whereby when you've spoken about how you've been stopped and searched and I've been stopped and searched, and the police are even with me and the tonation, and it's I'm not even giving you I'm not coming raggo. I'm actually being very respectful towards you. Okay, cool, you got a job to do. You want to search my car? Yeah. Do what you need to do. I'll give you the respect. I know the process and everything. Yeah. But I think sometimes the police is that it's the handle in which they've got when it comes to young people from the community. Our young black men. Yeah. That it's a problem. And like I said, you can't have a blanket view because I mean blanket view, you're going to say it's all police officers because you're going to get some who actually are their people skills and their level of engagement is good. But I feel as though that the police sometimes that their level of engagement in terms of what they've got is too authoritarian.
Yeah, but this is the problem. But this is the problem though, bro. It's not some. It's the majority. Yeah. And that's part of the problem. Yeah. And I think when me and you talk about these conversations, we have to be sort of mindful. Yeah. But honest. Yeah. Because remember, you have a job to do, but you're also an individual. Yeah. Yeah. I have been stopped many times as an individual. Yeah. But also as a professional. Yeah. I work with some great police officers. Yeah. As we said just now. Yeah. But then also as professionals and also as men. As men, yeah. It is about finding solutions. Yeah, it is, yeah. And you raise the critical point of all points for me personally, right? Yeah. It's customer service. And bro, this is the issue. It is about customer service. It is. Because on a professional level, when it comes to working with the police as a social worker and, having, joining strategy meetings, and, the police are there. Yeah. I know a lot of police officers who are they're heavily involved and communicate all sorts of things. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? So working with the police on a professional level,
I've never really had any problems. There's times where I do clash with them because actually I'm like, no, you know what? Nah, you just like no. There's a safeguarding element. It's not always a criminal element towards it. Do you know what I'm saying? But in terms of what you're saying, in terms of the customer service, that is actually what is important. And you know, I kind of feel as though sometimes that, you know, within the police force, I do feel that actually there should be practitioners there. I do feel in the police force that actually, you know what, there should be some form of safeguarding professional or a social worker or mentor, somebody's there, because it will help to kind of bridge the gap. Sometimes with the police, one thing that social workers find sometimes is that what we've mentioned is that, say for example, when it comes to risk, and say social workers don't really feel safe in going to certain visits and might request for police assistance. The police don't come, or what the police don't really deem, what we deem to be an emergency is not an emergency towards the police. So sometimes social workers feel a bit frustrated that actually, okay, we're asking for police assistance because potentially it's a high risk and we need support. And the police are like, well, we'll be an hour or 2 hours, or actually you have to wait. Do you know what I mean? And potentially, potentially, that is a big problem. Because actually, no, we need you.
All right, so.
Do you know what I mean?
All right, so, oh gosh. All right, I'm gonna have a bit. All right, no, in fact, I'm gonna have balance. So, a scenario happened like that the other day with one of my young people. Exactly what you said just now. Okay. And the policeman / carer rang the police. 1 hour's gone by. 2 hours gone by. 3 hours gone by. You're thinking, what's going on? Where are they? 4 hours gone by. 5 hours gone by. 6 hours has gone by. It's now 10 o'clock in the morning. Then they come. So hang on a minute. I've rang you about an emergency. It's a safeguarding urgency. My there's a threat to life. My safety is also at risk. And you come in the morning. But you like. So what I'm asking you, and this is me having balance now, because from another thing I hear about the police, there's major funding issues. There's major staffing issues.
Lack of resources as well.
And I mean, another thing for me in terms of, if we're talking about solutions and customer service, for me, what should be a standard thing. One of the things I don't hear, you know, in the schools, maybe it's a suggestion that I'm talking. I feel that police need to go into the schools. It needs to be compulsory. It could be just once a term or twice a month.
But when I was growing up, Rob, when I was in school, police officers came into schools.
It doesn't happen anymore.
I remember growing up when I was in primary school and secondary school. Police officers would come into school and visit, and they used to talk to us about crime and drugs. Like that actually happened. I don't know if it's less frequent now. But I had that growing up.
It happens once in a blue moon. It's not a common thing. Because remember what we're saying. This is about building a rapport, and you know, them having a better relationship with you know, the young people and the community, right? All right. Now, the young man who unfortunately passed away due to the altercation with the police, it could have been handled much better. Do you know where I'm coming from?
It was the duty of care.
Right, it's the duty of care, right? But for many policemen, to a degree, it could be, oh yeah, these black boys, once again, they got knives on them, they got guns on them. So there's also a stereotype. Now, once again, this is me having balance again. I'm not taking sides, it's just me having balance, right? Is it because they're so used to the black, African, minority, ethnic groups killing each other, or being in a gang, and they stereotype because there's a stereotype of colour of young people who do something specific on a regular basis.
Right.
I mean, let's just keep it real, bruv. Right,
So do you think that is part of, because this is very, very deep, and I think cause I know we're talking about that, but do you think, Rob, that because when we look at, you know, what you said actually in terms of the young people who get killed, and you know, within the black community, we've all spoken about it in terms of the fact that it's a big issue.
It's a massive issue.
You know, the fact that, you know, I'm not saying that it's not. There's other young people from other demographics, you know, who are killed. But yes, we know. Okay, cool. Statistically, what is showing
in the media in
the media is that it's our young black boys. So do you feel that, Rob, that because of that trend, which is, I don't want to say it like that, but
no, it's a trend.
Because of that trend, that actually, you know, the police immediately they have that view. So even if, for example, if you're a young black boy and you're walking home and a crime's happened and actually you haven't done anything wrong, the police feel actually you're deemed, you know, you've done something. Because I think for me, I think that's also part of the problem. I think the stereotype and the trend at times, in a way, the police have the wrong judgments. I know it's a trend, but there has to be a point where, like, you know what, actually, this particular, I'm trying to articulate in the right way.
I know what you're saying. Okay, so let's say Hackney or Tottenham, or Brixton, or Harlesden. So them areas I've named to you right now, they're mostly black, African minority ethnic groups, Somali, Eritrean, Bengali. Am I right? Am I wrong? Yeah. Right. Yeah. Right. So that is the culture or the community of culture of families and young people that you're going to find in the areas. Okay. All right. Okay. Now, unfortunately, the police don't control who kills who. All right. But unfortunately, when they get the calls on their phones, walkie-talkie, the computer, whatever, whatnot, you know, there's a routine here. Okay, so what they're supposed to do next is get a community safety officer or someone high up who, okay, we have a lot of African boys here or Caribbean boys here or Somali boys here, and there seems to be a bit of a trend here. Okay, so what we've got to do is get some specific officers to go into specific areas to see what we need to do, to stop it. Once again, early intervention. But once again, is there enough funding? Do they have the bodies? Do they have the staff? Do they have the time? Right, yeah? It's difficult right now. But I'm going to be
what if we talk about outside of London as well? Because outside of London, it's predominantly white areas. And it's high crime rate as well.
No. Gosh.
Because remember, Akala and Justin, from, you know, they spoke about it.
Of course.
Yeah, they spoke about it, which is true. So, but I think what we're trying to get at is that is the duty of care different?
That's a good point.
You know, in those areas comparison to in London.
Okay, so all right, as you know, I'm outside of London a lot.
Yeah. What do you see when you're outside of London?
All right, the police outside of London are much more. There's better customer service.
Right.
Outside of London, I'm going to be honest with you, and believe it or not, there's actually worse crime rate.
That's right.
Outside of London than there is in London.
In London, yeah.
But the care of the customer service and the rapport with the police out of London is far more better than in London. And that's not me having a judgment. That's from what I see. And talk to other professionals as well. Why is that? Like, why is that? Is it because, you know, we're brought up in London to be a certain way?
Yeah.
You know, because London's the fast life, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, let's keep it real. Sometimes London can be rude. You know, arrogance, ignorance. You know, you ask someone like, a man might say hello to a girl. I don't talk to me, girl. Like, you know, it just it's just a certain way. Do you know what I mean? It's it's like you can't be nice. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know whether it's society, I don't know whether it's community, I don't know whether it's upbringing. It could be culture, whatever, whatnot. I, as a professional, would love to see the police doing more in terms of building a better relationship within the community. As I said before, from an educational point of view, I would like for it to be compulsory every term or every 2 weeks for police officers of different colours and races go into different schools and just talk to them.
But can I ask you, Rob, because I'm going a bit deeper, when you've been, I remember when you spoke to me when you were last stopped and search, which was, I think it was, you were stopped recently. God, like every time I speak to you, you've always been stopped, which is like, but when you were last stopped, and you spoke to the police, what did you say to them in terms of their approach? Because I remember I always tell people, because I know what you told me, but I'm just this is your scenario.
Oh, there's so
that
many.
Actually happened.
All right, so I was with a young person. I just finished a mentoring session. I was taking the young person home, and to be fair, in the area there had been a lot of stabbing at that time in the area. Anyway, so my car was in traffic, and me and the young person wanted to go to get some food. So I said to the young person, I've actually got another mentoring session within 45 minutes. I said, is it okay if I take you home? He said, okay, that's fine, Robert. So I went to turn around. As I said, there's traffic, right, yeah? All of a sudden now... No, I'll never forget this day, right, yeah? I can laugh about it now, because you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, so a police van stopped in front of me. A police car stood in front of me. Get out of the car! Thinking, what's wrong with this guy? Now, the Robert of maybe 10 years ago... Wait. That's how you know. That's why it's important to like work on yourself. You know.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
As an individual and as a professional, remember it's how you deal with a situation. But I was calm. So I goes, "What are you shouting for? Get out of the car!" I said, "No. Why are you shouting for?"
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Obviously he's feeling silly now, isn't he? Like,
Yeah.
He goes, "Oh, I told you to get out of the car," and I said, "What are you shouting for?" Like, yeah. So I went nice and slow. So the young person is kicking off. What the fuck, Robert? I said, calm down. So I switched on him. Calm down. Stop. You're making it worse, right? Yeah. Right. Get out of the car. No. When you calm down, then I'll get out of the car.
Yeah.
Right. So he's just talking. So I just started talking to the young person. Then his
Supervisor.
No, his colleague with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right, mate. Yeah, we're just doing some checks and everything. Oh, is it Robert? So yeah, that's right. Because obviously they looked at the number plate now.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. So pull up my badges. 1 badge, 2 badge now. Right, yeah. Anyway, you're not gonna believe this. When my name was called on the radio, a policewoman recognized my name.
Yeah.
Oh, Robert Dyer. Brother, he walked away. Right. She rang me. I saw her name.
Watch you in the car.
Mum in the car. I answered it. She goes, "Oh, Robert, I just heard your name." I go, "Yeah, they're stressing me out. They've stopped me." She goes, "Right." She goes, 2 minutes. Right. I'll never forget this day. Right. Yeah. So then, his phone rang, brother. Within 5 minutes, you alright, mate? Yeah. Right. So I said to him, I said, "No. Why did you stop me for? Keep the same energy."
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, because there's a lot of stabbings. There was a car that was going too fast. Where am I going too fast? There's traffic. So during this time, everyone's like, "Oh, why are you stopping him for?" People are getting out of the car. There was this old lady. She was going in. "Darling, are you okay?" I said, "I'm okay. I'm okay, auntie," and everything. Now, don't get me wrong. As I said before, I understand there was a high crime rate at the time, and there was actually a stabbing at that time on that road. And I get it as a professional, right? Yeah. But it's just the way he's talking to me.
No, and Rob, you know, and I think that's what it is because I think that's what it is because do you know what? Yeah, as professionals, when we work with the police, I got to admit the police ain't really ever been rude to me, but it's only like outside of it. Sometimes you feel yourself like why are you shouting? And I think sometimes that's what you know.
It's the aggressive nature.
You have to work on because like I'm like you know when I've been stopped and searched I've never said to any of the police, don't do your job. So they're like, "Oh, can you stop at the car?" But I do my thing. But like, okay, here you go. Yeah. So at the car, here's my driving license, everything. I'll be like, "Oh, can I have the reason why you're stopping me?" Yeah. You know, and then and obviously like I remember one time, when I got stopped in it, and I was going on a home visit, and I remember one time, I'll never forget it, and then because my car's got tinted windows, I always get stopped in it. So then the police stopped me, and then they said, "Oh, because you got tinted windows," and they were saying how car with tinted windows are known for dealing drugs, innit? So literally it was like 2 police officers, and then they were like, "Oh," basically, you know what it was? It was kind of like they wanted to stop and they wanted to search me, innit? And I was like, "You know, guys, just search the car," because you know they was like, let's get on with it. So anyway, now search the car and everything, and then saw my badge, and then I was like, he said, "Oh, you work for?" I said, "Yeah, I'm a social worker." He's like, "Oh, I said,
it's like to simmer.
I was like, I work with you guys. And man's naming all the departments and everything. They're like, oh. I said, I know this officer, but the point is, take the badge and everything out of it. It is about your customer service, and I think sometimes, like with like our community, and because of what we've been through anyway, like if you can be that one police officer, that actually, you know what. Just explain to them, look, I'm here to do. This is my search. Everything. You know, I don't want to keep you longer than I need to be. Like, it's the tone.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, you know, not that. You know what I'm saying? Like, here to do my job. But this is what I've stopped and searched you for. I can give you my badge details. I'll give you a record of it, and that's it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
you know, brother, I'm gonna be honest with you, right? Yeah. As I said, I've had many of these altercations as a professional.
yeah.
But the police made me change my car, as you know.
Is that why you changed your car?
Yeah, because I just got tired of...
Because it was too much,
I
innit?
just got tired of being stopped.
Yeah.
And do you know, it also made me feel that, wow, I also felt, as a professional, am I not allowed to have a nice car?
Yeah, no, it's true.
Now,
it's true.
I don't tell the brands how they make the car. If there's dark windows at the back, okay, cool. But then Robert, then I've got to expect certain things. But then I just thought,
even me, it made me want to say, because even I remember my dad, when I was in Ghana, bro, you know what maddest thing? My dad got stopped by the police because my car it's not my dad, you know. They stopped my dad on the road, literally. So I said to myself, you know, I got to my car, innit?
So we get it. We get it, don't we?
Yeah.
But when I got stopped 3 times in one day,
that's too much.
And then you got me stopping at Big Hammersmith.
Yeah.
And everyone's on the road.
Yeah.
Stopping, brother, you okay? And then I got different people.
Yeah, but everyone's watching and
seeing
looking
at me, and everyone's like filming me. I'm like, right.
It's mad.
Now you got me looking embarrassed. And you know the thing as well? I work with young people.
You're a professional as well, yeah. And it's kind of like, we shouldn't have to show our badge to say, I'm a social worker. Yeah. And it's like, okay, I'm a mentor. Nah, you shouldn't, innit? You know what I'm saying? But
So I didn't feel good that day. I thought, I've had enough of this. So I just changed my car.
Yeah.
Changed my car.
I know.
So as I said before, it's about having balance. But I do feel it's a necessity because the police, I'm going to be honest with you, bro, as we know, right now, their reputation stinks.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
It's horrid.
Yeah, it is.
And they can do better.
Yeah, they can.
And the thing is, they do a lot of good work. But I think there's so much...
It is deep, bro. It's deep. It's deep.
We'll have to do a part 2 in this shit.
No, we've got to do part 2, yeah. So we'll definitely do a part 2.
Yeah,
we'll revisit it, innit? You know what I'm saying? But guys, thank you so much. You know, more to come. We definitely will revisit this with the police service, innit? You know, but guys, you know,
man.
Like, subscribe.
You know the thing
share,
already. And listen, guests are coming soon, you know.
Yeah.
Right?
Listen,
this is the next.
And look out for the panel as well. Yeah.
Soon come.
Yeah. Take it, guys.
Nice.